Good day everyone, my name is Desan Dalian from BTLED 2B. For today's video, I will discuss my insight in Unit 1. Curriculum is the content that is formally written and recorded for instruction. These materials can include educator's guide, documents, text, and other materials. These materials came from the large school district or the school itself. The curriculum comes from the Latin word currere, means to run, and it is the record of subject to be taught in school or the entire learning experience of every individual in their school and society. The traditional point of view in the curriculum is focusing more on the lesson they give to the student to enhance the fundamental skills of the student, while the progressive point of view in the curriculum is that they teach the student in the proper guidance by discipline to help them become better students, and also they teach fundamental skills that help them become good in class. There are many types of curriculum. First, recommended curriculum. This curriculum came from the different agency. 2. Written curriculum. This curriculum is the list of documents or other guide materials for the learning process, and it is usually comes from the school district. 3. Taught curriculum. This curriculum is the different activities that the teacher prepare in their students. 4. Supported curriculum. This curriculum will be the material resources that will help students and teachers. 5. Assessed curriculum. This curriculum is to evaluate what the student learned. It will be given at the end of the semester or lessons. 6. Learned curriculum. This curriculum is the result or outcome of the work accomplished by the student. 7. Hidden curriculum. This curriculum is the behavior and influence learning outcome of the student. 8. Concomitant curriculum. This refer to their family experience and church. 9. Phantom curriculum. This refer to the thought showing of any type of media. 10. Null curriculum or excluded curriculum, the different contents that must not be taught to you. Foundations of curriculum development in the Philippines. A. Historical foundation. B. Philosophical. C. Psychological foundation. D. Social foundation. A. Historical foundation of the curriculum. In the Philippines, curriculum development focused on religion, economic, political, and social influences and events. B. Philosophical foundation of the curriculum. The philosophical foundation of the curriculum aid in determining the educational goal and the roles of the many participants. C. Psychological foundations of the curriculum is dealing in knowing how the human mind works in terms of the student learning process or acquiring knowledge. It emphasizes that in building up the curriculum, it is important to consider the student individual differences to support the learner's potentials and skills. The following are the three major groups of the learning theories that help shape in crafting the curriculum. Behavioralism implies that environment is the one of the factor that influence the student attitude and learning. Cognitive psychology, wherein learning is inevitable in nature. Through the human mind, we are able to comprehend what is taught and explore more than what we know. That greatly contributes to our learning process. Humanistic psychology is focusing on the betterment of the society and the individual. It emphasizes the experience of the child in learning rather than the content of the subject. The social foundations of education. School as well as their curricula exist in the context of society and social culture. The relationship between curriculum and society is mutual and encompassing. I will answer the question in Unit 2. 1. What is meant by developmental sequenced curriculum map? The developmental sequence curriculum map. This refers to the order of activities that keeps learners engaged in the content and purposely scaffold learners toward achieving the learning object by maximize allotted class time. Number 2, how you can say that the mapping you prepared is developmental sequence because it contains all the element of CG and much more detailed than the curriculum map where every element is aligned to one another. 3. Prove the activities, methods, and strategies and assessment activities are aligned to the learning outcomes and competencies. All the activities, methods, strategies, and assessment activities are aligned to the learning outcomes and competencies because it will help the learner to improve their knowledge and skills. So, we need to consider the domains of learning and how it can create an assessment that needed of the learners. Then, by matching your learning outcome to a learning domain, you can see what types of assessment would be recommended. Sources of evidence. Provide your learning insight regarding the lesson covered in this unit. My insight regarding the lesson covered in this unit are they have major components or elements of a curriculum such as aims, goals, and objective, content, subject, matter, reference, teaching and learning method, and assessment evaluation. 1. Aims, goals, and objectives. Aims are long-term goal and educational objective. Goals are like aim, but goals was developed by principal, teacher, subject specialist, and many other people who involve the curriculum effort on the multiple levels at the same time. In educational, aim and goals is very essential to preparing the specific objectives, while objective refer what is expected on the student in their daily activities, and it can be used in lesson plan objective for you to have a better learning outcome. Content, subject matter. This is an essential component of every curriculum, the body of knowledge that must be taught, and the abilities that the learners must acquire are referred to as curriculum content or subject matter. 3. Reference. Following the material are the reference. It indicates the location of the material or the topic matter to prevent copyright. A book, a module, or any type of publication could be used as a reference. 4. Teaching and learning methods. The curriculum's heart and soul are the curricula experience, physical, mental, and emotional experience, as well as the integration should be included in the curriculum. 5. Assessment evaluation. Curriculum evaluation is a continuous process of gathering, evaluating, synthesizing, and interpreting data to better understand what pupil know and can do. There are 3 interrelated purposes of assessment. First, assessment for learning. The teacher can identify the student what they know and what they can do, or their strengths and weaknesses of their student. Assessment as learning is by giving the learners the opportunity to reflect upon their performance so that the teacher gave the task to their students. Third, assessment of learning. This will be given at the end of the semester or lesson. This assessment will help the teacher to determine their student if they meet their goal in every unit, to determine if what grades that will be given to their students. A curriculum mapping is a method for collecting and recording curriculum-related data so that you can identify the core skills, content taught, process employed, and assessment used for each subject area and grade or program level. This mapping can help the teacher in planning the lesson and what they need to be taught to their students. I will answer the 2 questions in Unit 3. Direction, research for the meaning of the curriculum development, provide the source of reference, then craft your own definition based on your research and your personal understanding of what curriculum development is on the context of teacher responsibility. Research. Curriculum development can be defined as the step-by-step process used to create positive improvements in courses by a school, college, or university. As the world continues to evolve, new discoveries have to be roped into educational curricula. Innovative teaching techniques and strategies such as active learning or blended learning are also constantly being devised in order to improve the student learning experience. As a result, an institution must have a plan in place for acknowledging these shifts and then to be able to implement them in the college curriculum. My own meaning, curriculum development is a step-by-step process for making good changes to a school and university courses, improving the learning experience of a learner by acquiring new method of teaching technique and strategies that they can relate to their students. These strategies are continually being developed and being processed by the teachers. Make sure that they also understand the new way of better teaching to their learners. Direction. Compare the models of curriculum discussed in this unit using matrix provided. Discuss the similarities and distinguishing features of each. Tyler's model. Similarities to other models. Tyler's models are the same of other models that have included the evaluation process in the curriculum development. Distinguishing features of the models from others. Tyler's model have a process. These are from general to specific, and it is the best known model in the curriculum development. Taba's model. Similarities to other models. Taba's and Saylor and Alexander's model, they are both believed that the teacher must be aware of their student needs. Distinguishing features of the model from others. Taba's model has 7 steps. Taba's model is an inductive approach, and there are strengths and weaknesses of Taba's model when being applied to the classroom preparation and teaching. Oliva's model. Similarities to other models. Oliva's and Tyler's model, there are both deductive approach. Distinguishing features of the model from the others. Oliva's model have 12 components that's significant in the curriculum development and have 17 basic steps as well. Saylor and Alexander's model. Similarities to other models. Saylor and Alexander's and Tyler's model, they are both focusing on the goals of the learners that they will need to achieve. Distinguishing features of the model from others. The step in Saylor and Alexander model is so simple that it only follows the sequence, pace of the curriculum development process. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and God bless everyone. Keep safe.